malfunction in the last couple days, so I'm gonna have to ask you about Fortune and Fletcher all over.
Okay, all right.
But, start with Josh. Because kind of some of the things I was asking you the other day. I mean, he's been with the program. This is a guy that's been in big games before. I mean, as far as especially outside shooting touch, is he going to bring something this team was perhaps lacking last year?
Look, I mean, one of our deficiencies last year as a team was outside shooting from behind the three-point arc, and I think Josh Fortune's going to help with that, without a doubt. And he's going to help make the big guys' job a lot easier down low.
Yeah.
Josh and Wesley and Torrey and those guys, because if you got shooters, you have to cover on the perimeter. You got to kind of pick your poison in terms of inside out. So he's going to really help our team. And the other Achilles heel that our team had last year was turnovers, and that's an area where Josh has to really be conscious of in terms of taking care of the basketball, making good decisions. But he's a good player.
Yeah, for a guy that has played in a lot of big games as he has, to sit out last year, he told me he knew what he was signing up for, but still to go through that and have to kind of watch from the sidelines, what's it say about the guy to kind of be able to harness that and wait a year?
Yeah, I mean, it's never easy, and we've had other guys redshirt before. Carlin Brown did it. Obviously, George King did it last year, not because of the transfer, just because of redshirting. So, that's a hard year for those guys because they can't play, they can't travel, they can't, so if anything, they're hungry this time of year, and I know Josh is hungry to get back on the court. And show what he can do, which is he's a good player. So
you mentioned Fletcher being someone you thought could be a playmaker when you first recruited him. Is that something you're hoping blossoms a little more this year? Maybe pick up some of the scoring slack with Booker and obviously Xavier out indefinitely.
Yeah, I had mentioned when we recruited Fletch, one of the things I liked about him was how unselfish he was, and he had a good floor vision. You could see the floor, and he's long, he's athletic, and so he can make plays. He can make plays for himself, and he can make plays hopefully for others because he is an unselfish player. And he's 6'6", almost 6'7", and he can shoot the ball from the perimeter as well and put it on the floor. Again, I think with all of our wings, the big thing that we've got to be conscious of is taking care of the ball and making good decisions, not doing things you can't do. And if Fletch, keeps that in mind, he'll be a very good player because he's got the skills.
How far has George King come as a basketball player since coming on campus?
He's come a long way. He's physically number one. I mean, he's a matchup nightmare because he's as big and strong of a wing. He reminds me a lot of the kid that was here when we got here was Marcus Relford. Marcus was really a matchup nightmare. He was about 6'5". George is a good 6'6", but he's got broad shoulders. If you're guarding him with a perimeter player, I'm not sure. You can keep him outside the lane, and he can really do damage at the rim. But if you guard him with a big guy, he can step out, he can shoot the three, get the ball on the floor, and so we expect George to do good things. He's going to be a big part of this year's team.
He said that one of his biggest strides he's made is posting up. Is that something that you can see happening in the offense?
Absolutely. Yeah. He's a good low post player. And again, when he faces a basket and he puts the ball on the floor, he's under control. He's big, he's strong, and there's not many guys, and perimeter guys, again, that can handle him. So the big thing with him is going to be recognizing situations, recognizing when he can post, recognizing when he shoots the three, and recognizing when he attacks the basket, off the dribble. And those decision-making situations are going to be good for Josh Fortune. They're going to be big for Fletch. They're going to be big for George as well.
Week in the books now. What do you like so far of the workout?
I like our intensity level. I like our focus. I think our guys are very coachable. They're listening. They're trying. We've made some strides. We're doing some new things offensively and a few new things defensively. So even the veteran players, there's a learning curve that's going on. But that's what October's for. And that's what this month is for. We don't play any games in October. We do have a scrimmage coming up in a couple weeks that, because of the timing of that, we have to move things along a little quicker than maybe we normally would, just because you got to be ready for that. But it's I like where we are. I like the chemistry and the mentality of this team. I really do.
Is this the first day you had refs out?
First day, yeah. We're going to do that more often. That's one of the off-season changes I think we've tried to do, is to get these guys used to what a foul is. You know, a lot of times when coaches are officiating, it's the guy's eyes roll and like, yeah, whatever, bad call. But when officials call it, it's like, okay, this is a. You know, and we ask the officials, hey, call it like you're going to call it a game, so we can get it. Hopefully adjust to that, because you know, playing defense without fouling is going to be critical for us. Attacking the basket late in the shot clock, again, you know, the 30-second shot clock in college basketball is going to be a little different for us. So we got to adjust to that.
One of the big things Josh Scott said he worked on last offseason was his outside shot.
Yes.
Is that something he's even continued to improve
hit
on?
a couple threes in practice today. Absolutely. He's made great strides as a basketball player. He's a better passer, puts it on the floor, can shoot the perimeter shot. Josh is pretty special.
Thanks
Thanks,
Coach.
guys. Okay.